you need when you get started that's just like super simple, but like it's not obvious if you don't know, right? Like it's like riding a bike. Now you know how to ride a bike. It's super simple, but before you didn't, right? So it's the same thing here. So one of the big things is like finding your affiliate links. You're approved. You want to promote something. How do I find those? How do I get those? How do those work? How do I make sure I get paid? All that kind of good stuff and that sort of stuff. So, we kind of walked through that. If, we jump into the JVZoo platform, basically, I don't show this again. We kind of come in here. Underneath affiliate dashboards, all your approved products are going to be in here. As you can see, I'm in a different account. Let me actually log into my account. Let me just log into my account here real quick. Boom, boom, boom. And kind of just walk through this real quick. I know this is kind of a little bit of pulling teeth, but I just want to make sure that I give you guys the full breakdown. So you'll find all approved products in here, as you can see, and then you can get your link. Your link's always going to look like this. It's going to be like JVZ with a number. This is your affiliate ID. This is your product ID. All right. How does that sound? All good? Yep. Let me know one in the chat box if that's super clear. Now, obviously, the second thing for you guys is getting approved for links. So to find products, there's a couple of ways to do that. We obviously cover that in here. So one of the key things to doing that first is, understanding what niche you want to work in. We on these calls, we really kind of focused on the make money online niche, software niche, that kind of stuff. So that's how we search for things. And I kind of really told people, like, one of the big things that you kind of want to do is you kind of just want to find, so Michael just asked a really good question. Can you add tracking to the links like YouTube? Yes, 100%. So when you get the link, I get my link, I do this, you can add TIDs, right? So you can basically put the link in here, add a question mark, you just show TID equals blog, right? And then you can see that. So when that gets hit, it'll redirect, and that will go into your account. So when you go and run reports, in transactions, I can just hit transactions. I don't even know. Let's just do like all time. I haven't run this report in forever. I don't use this account. There's a tracking ID column right here. You can download this as CVS. We'll have better reporting as we grow, so I'm not stressing about it too much on that side of stuff. As you see, like, we're just going to kind of, go through that. I haven't used them in a long time because everything was just being done by my mailing list. So these are blank. So you can just add those as you go along, and then you'll have reports. And these reports will get better too. We're in the middle of rebuilding these reports on that side of stuff. So just let me know if there's any questions or anything like that, and we'll be in a good spot. It's TID. So you basically let me hit back here. You basically would paste the link in here, you add a question mark, TID equals, and then the keyword you want. It kind of works the same as UTMs, as Google does. You can add that in. So I guess Michael's kind of looking, he's like going to post on YouTube and blogs, kind of what we've talked about Instagram. He just wants to know where the clicks and the traffic is coming from. So then he can basically double down on that channel like that. So that's kind of just a tracking thing that we supply. So that's super easy on that. And more questions for those that are super easy, just keep letting me know. Hey, Beverly, welcome. So inside the chat, there is a doc, and then all the replays are here. So you just click this link at the top, and it'll take you to the replays on that. And I drop everything in here after it's done. So this doc, I tell everyone just to save it, like pin it down and save it, and you should be good, I don't let anyone request access because that means they can edit, but you'll always be able to see it on this, and only I'm able to edit. I just don't want other people editing it and then like them getting the wrong information on that. Do you mean? So that's like the first one, 100% here. So that's kind of it. And then getting approved. So one of the things to get approved is, we talked about, like, when you're starting out, it's sometimes a little bit difficult to get approved because you don't have any credibility or anything like that. So when I look to approve to get, find products, let me just go and grab one. Let me just cool here. I'll go to this one. Let's see if I press approval. you'll come to here. You want to put a message in. Maybe you like had training from Simon Harris. That's kind of the thing that we talked about here. So when you will get approved, how to get approved, you're like, hey, Cyril, my name is Alex. I've been working with Simon Harris for the last few weeks. I'd love to promote your products using the strategies. I have attached this Google Doc link. All the creative I'll be using, right? So you're showing initiative. So we talked about developing copy and things from ChatGPT. The document for all that is in here too, right here. So that will make it easier for you to get approved. We obviously got everyone approved for Nicholas as one. So if you still haven't been approved, let me know in the chat box. I'll get that done straight away. I'm also going to get a couple of more products for you guys to be approved instantly on today as well before we wrap up. So that was kind of the process. You request links. And then as you get to like 50, 60 sales, which I know most of you will because we're going to do these sessions, you basically click this. When you click request approval, you'll get your affiliate link instantly, just like I do, right? Like, boom, that's my link. I instantly get approved. I never have to wait, right? Because I have a premium status. So that's the first thing I kind of want to talk to you about. And then everyone following along? I know a lot of people were here. Some people weren't here for these sessions, or they caught up on the recording. I just wanted to do a quick recap as we go along. Now, we talked about using your network, traffic you already have, right? So a lot of people say, well, I don't have traffic. I don't know. But posting on Facebook is going to be your key. One of the reasons for that is because even if you have 100 friends, there's going to be 5 or 6 people on there that want to probably do the same thing that you're doing. Do you mean? But that should be good. Yeah, so Elena, hopefully I said that right. I haven't asked anything yet for approval as I want to rewatch all the sessions. That's 100% okay. Just reach out to me when you get to that. We should be pretty good on that. Okay. Then week 2, we kind of went over the traffic, landing page development, which we built one last week. I'll touch base on that later. We talked about free traffic, Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Quora, going in there and answering, stuff, obviously posting on Facebook, posting on Twitter, finding threads on Twitter, finding Instagram posts that you can share on, that people ask that, you mean? So that's one of them. Then we talked about paid, right? Then we covered paid a little bit, where you can do Google search ads. We talked about how using the product name as a keyword, making sure that that's all good. So like that was pretty simple. And obviously we'll talk about, we started rolling into a little bit about Facebook ads as we got into that, right? Then week 3, we talked about understanding the numbers. I think this is one of our best sessions, because I think a lot of people are kind of, they only see like the highlight reel of like people like, oh, I get, 28% conversion rate and I pay $3 a lead and all that kind of stuff, when it's not really true. Like winning campaigns, as we talked about, were, we wanted to see 30% of clicks give us an email address, and then we wanted to see, basically 3% of people who give us an email address become a buyer, right? Like, and then we broke down the numbers: 2 times, 23 times, 9 times. We asked these questions here, like how many times does someone visit a landing page? How many times does someone visit our landing page before buying? The answer was, right? So then we broke down the cost, right? Then you will need 900 clicks, which will cost $900. 3 sales need to make 1,000 in commissions to be profitable. 33 average cart value using a landing page. This is the math we kind of went through, right? You send 100 clicks, you get 30 leads, right? Cost per lead is $330. Your 5% conversion rate on the leads is 1.5 sales. Average cart 71. 50 leads converted 5%. You get 2.5. 1. So remember how we talked about like your first $100, you'll only make like $71, like $70 back or whatever. And we kind of talked about that, right? Like we talked about how like you had to compound sales down to get you in a good spot. Like how many people understand that still? Like that was my main thing here. It's like I think a lot of information out there kind of tells you, hey, you're going to spend 100, make 200. Like it doesn't work that way. You have to build that. You have to compound that down, right? Like you have to like take time. You have to realize like, okay, if I build this list, when I get into those 300-400 leads, that's when I can send an email and I can convert it 5% and 15 people buy, and I make that money and I haven't spent any money on ads yet. But you always want to be replenishing the list, all right? So then we talked about the landing page creation, replicating the colors, use proof testimonials from the offer, easily shoot ads on Facebook for Facebook ads and YouTube, shorts using your phone. And then I think I forgot to link this here, which I'll upload here shortly. Does anyone remember how I shot that ad? It was like on my phone. I'll kind of reach out and look at that here shortly. Okay. Okay, pivot. Yep. Phone recording the screen. Yeah, pivot. These guys are so smart. Okay, pivot. And then week 4, we built a landing page, right? So this is the landing page we built, and then I added the follow-up. How many people, let me know here. Yep, I use the video. Nicholas on your Google Drive. Pivot. It is on my Google Drive, isn't it? Let me have a look at my Google Drive. It's on Nicholas's thing. That's what you said, right? I think that's exactly what you said. That's right. Did I put it in here? Pratik is on it. Please tell me I put it in here for you guys. Maybe I didn't. Let me have a look on my drive real quick. Type. Maybe I didn't upload it yet. Let me do that now because I still have it on my phone. I'm going to do that now. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I know I have it here too. I showed it to Alex the other day. I sent it to Alex. Wow. Pratik is just you've got a job, my friend. You're coming and working for me. 100%. Here we go. Down here. All right. Here, let me know if you guys. Oh, I hate that. All right, pivot. Let me know if you guys can access that when you click on it. Let me know. Pratik's probably gonna do it first. All right, perfect, pivot. All right, welcome. And I know a lot of people are jumping in. Let me know in the chat box how you doing. Let me know 1s and 2s in the chat box if you're here. 1 if you're here last week. 2 if this is your first session and you're probably completely lost. Totally fine. Because this is a good one. You need access. Pivot. Let's look at that. Let's make sure you guys have access. But if you want to reshare it and then just let me know if I can share it with the group, that would be good. Because I would just want to kind of show people the process here a little bit using your stuff. All right, Shani just sent me a link. I assume, Shani, I can share this with the group. You can share. Thank you so much. All right, Shani's coming up. Right, let me know when you can see Shani's stuff in here. Yep. True. Hey, how you doing? Dude, this is a good style here, Shani. I like this a lot. All right, Shani, a couple of things. Shani, I'm gonna see if I can do this. Shani, do you know how to raise your hand? Like on the thing? Yeah. Let me see. Perfect. Let me see. All right, Shani, did that bring you on? Can you hear me? Let me see. I like doing this with people. Shani. I'm gonna get to you. Hey, Shani, I just enabled your mic. Can you hear me? You can hear me. I can't. Just asked you to unmute. You might have to unmute yourself. Hey, how you doing? Hello? Can you hear me? I can hear you. So one of the things that I like to do is I don't love the dark stuff in the background, right? The only reason is because the best thing, or it's proven that white black text on white background is the easiest thing to read online, right? And when most of your traffic will come through mobile, right, it's just easier for it to set out on the screen. So if I show you here, this is what your thing looks like on mobile, right? Which is totally fine. So what a couple of things I would do here is, first thing I would do, I would center a line, like basically this is left align. I would just center the align in the middle, right?
Okay.
And then what I would do here after that is I would go ahead and basically, like basically here you have I would just use basically a flat white background like this on the back. So you just change. I think you can keep this text red then, and then just change the white text to black.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, that's it. Yep. And then what I would do is I would take this screenshot you've got down here, right? And just basically how I have it here, basically just have this text on the right side and then the image on the left here. So it would basically be, kind of like a table function like this. It can still be the text that you've written out here. And then I would just make this text bigger. So I think this is probably 16. I'd probably make this like 18. Or what I call like 2 pixels heavier. One thing here too is you have like this email thing here and it says email in the box. You probably be able to get rid of that. That's pretty good. But then what I would do then, I would also add an email inbox at the bottom here. Like just so, hey, like I would just take exactly what you wrote here and just put it underneath. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There's 2 options to.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And that's it. I think everything here is like perfect. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. Any questions?
No, actually, you gave me. That's exactly what I wanted. Some critique on how to just kind of clean it up.
Yep,
Thank
that's
you.
easy as pie. And if you ever need anything, you know where I am. Just message me at salmon@jvzoo.com, and I'll give you as much feedback as you need until you go on with that. But yeah, this is really, really well done. I'm super, super happy with it. I feel like you listened to everything and you executed on everything. So this is a really, really, really good like first draft, and like your second draft will be good to go. So that's way ahead of most people on their first one.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback.
I appreciate it. And if you need anything, just drop me a chat as we go along in this session. And if there's anything happens after the session, just drop me an email. All right.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, Johnny. Thank you. All right. Perfect. All right. Anyone, I would like everyone to put 1 in the chat box if they have a Facebook ads account set up. If you don't, put 2 in the chat box. Just kind of want to get a understanding here. All right. Okay, it's pre-50. Betson asks. Okay, I don't mind. The reason I use Convertri is because I was the affiliate manager when they launched this product. So I've just always used it, right? This is like a free account. So I just always use it. So that's kind of a big one on that sort of stuff. Perfect. So whatever you pick, whatever's like in your budget, whatever works for you, whatever's easiest for you to use, that's kind of what I lean towards. All right. Perfect. Okay, cool. And Betsy, let me know if that's okay. So we're kind of 50-50 split. Okay, perfect. So what I want to do is I kind of want to talk you guys through like Facebook ads. So one thing I will tell you on Facebook ads, don't run directly to your affiliate link. That's kind of like, it's just a no-no. So you want to run to your landing pages here. We're going to build the list, all that good stuff on that. So one of the first things I want you guys to do is I kind of want you guys to go ahead and open up your ads account. And I'm going to, Let me go here. I'm gonna find this guy. I'm gonna make him. All right. All right, Alex. I don't know where you are in this world, but I've just made you an organizer so you can help guide me here a little bit. You can unmute yourself whenever you want. So I know everyone that's probably been here on these calls on a weekly basis kind of knows Alex. So Alex works with me. I actually met Alex about 4 or 5 months ago. I was in the middle of obviously pitching JVZoo, and my agency was still moving along, and I put out basically a kind of like a job advert because we had clients that we could offload. Alex kind of said, I would like to do that. Alex came in, basically just run everything smooth as hell, and now Alex is a business partner of mine. So how many people who don't have Facebook? Put one in the chat box if you don't have Facebook. Let me know one in the chat box if you don't have Facebook at all. I'm not talking about Facebook ads. I mean just Facebook or Meta or Instagram or whatever. I think. Oh, pivot. This is dope. This is great. Shani, this is really good. I love this. This is so good. This is exactly what you need to do. Trust me, you just have to stick to this. This will work. Yeah, I love it, Shani. This is so good. I love it. Okay. Yeah, Horace, this is great, dude. Honestly, this is really good. I told you your conversion rate's right where it needs to be. 6 divided by 15 times 100. All right. Yeah, 40% conversion rate. That's awesome, dude. When did you post? Let me know. Let me know where you posted. Oh, dude, this is dope. This is really good. This is again 40%. Awesome. This is so good, dude. Really, really good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it doesn't need to be perfect, right? It just needs to be actioned. I'm just trying to find out. Horace is just jumping on. I don't know where Alex is. He might be not able to point on and got a cup of coffee whilst we wait. Let me know in the chat where you did. That's going to be a big one for me. Just want to know where you post, just to share with the team, you know. Yeah, I'm about to find out here, Shani, if he has a phone. I'm gonna. Horace actually hit me up on Thursday or Friday last week for me to review some stuff. Or he let me know that I put the wrong link in. Him and Steven did. So super pumped on that. Do you mean? But yeah, unmute yourself, Alex, if you're here. Unmute yourself if you can. Yeah. Come on.
Hey guys.
Hey bud, how you doing? Yeah, I had to do it on purpose. So I don't know if you hear what I said, but Horace, this is Horace's page. He's getting 40% conversion on this. He hasn't sent a bunch of traffic, but he had 27 clicks total, 15 uniques, and 6 people opted in. I don't know if he's made a sale yet or not, but I'm super proud that he's getting some results.
These are very good numbers.
Yeah, it's great numbers. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he posted on Facebook or Instagram or ran some ads. I don't know yet. But one thing, Alex, I wanted to talk about, because obviously my situation with Meta is I just wanted to guide these people on making sure that they can set up their ads account, and the best way to do that. Like, do they create a business manager and then create as many ads accounts as they should? That's kind of you're like the expert at our company for that kind of stuff. So I kind of just wanted to, bring you on and let you kind of speak to the audience on that and just kind of get that right. Do you mean?
Yeah, so starting out, I wouldn't really worry much about setting up multiple accounts because Facebook actually doesn't like that much inactive accounts. Like in past, it was a bit different situation. What I would concern the most is like understand a bit about policies, ad policies, so you don't get you don't fall out of grace with Facebook, right? So like if you were publishing ads and they're getting rejected because of some policy violations. And if that happens regularly, like you're going to have problems advertising with them. Think of it like that. They are kind of like an all-seeing eye. So don't try to hide shit with them. Try to play along, like understand their game and try to play along this game, right? So they want people to stay on a platform. Try to have ads that actually, you know, like we know that in advertising, like there's this like Dan Kennedy is like he advises to focus on a dark side, right? Like focus on stress points and all of that. Like that's not gonna fly very well on Facebook. So better to like you know, you can still kind of like imply those negative emotions, which are very powerful, but by actually hinting at solutions to those things, but not mentioning those things. So like really try to understand the policy, not to get into problems with Facebook. I think that's the most important thing that you can do. To like
that's
long-term advertise.
And I agree. I think that's with every platform too. So that's a really good point. And one of the things I kind of want to mention, just piggybacking on that, is when we run these pages, sometimes these pages will get rejected, right? Because there's some terms in here, you know, that we talk about that could be done. So, so what we tend to do is we kind of look at this and say, okay, like sometimes it might be that we have to take this number out, right? So what I would do is basically like sometimes like Facebook would say, hey, we like your page, but we don't want to say how much people make, right? So what we do is we basically discover the secrets of a 23-year-old who makes all his income. And we just say all his income with Instagram, right? Like that's it, all his. And then what we can do is we can potentially then show, as we know with Nicholas's page, we can grab a picture of Nicholas. It's not this one that I want. It's this one. We can. It's not even this one actually. I visit a lot of Nicholas's stuff. This is it. Let me actually just go to my affiliate link here. It's so much easier to send to my name, So basically, we can obviously go here and then we can basically grab an image of Nicholas who is stood by his Lamborghini somewhere, and we can basically, you know, use that to emphasize, here we go, this picture. We could here put that, you know, basically next to here, and then we could just basically just take 30,000 and just put all his income. You know what I mean? And then we can say this is totally fine. So that's sometimes we'd have to make it. Sort of like Horace, you talked about on Quora, you got rejected on Monday. It could be because of those claims. So what I always do is I always duplicate the page and make those edits. I never do the edits on the page that I work because this one might be accepted by Google and not Facebook. So that's kind of the one thing I wanted to touch on. Go on, Alex. Go on.
They also will give you reasons for why they're rejecting your ad or landing page, like what policy was violated, because there's a lot of articles inside of it. So don't like things that they don't like is like you don't fix the ad, but you delete it. Like if you actually delete the ad that was rejected and you didn't fix it, you didn't get it approved, it is deleted, like you don't see it, but it is still in your account. And now your account is always going to have this ad that is rejected, that is in a rejected state. This is very bad for your account. So first fix those things with them, like nerf it as much as they need you to nerf it, and only then shut it down. But don't try to hide it. You cannot hide, like it's very turf. You cannot hide anything from them. And like actually what happens here, like 23 years old banks 30K, like this could work because it's not a promise, it's a story. You're telling a story of someone. So you're not promising someone. You could phrase it like, you know, how to bank 30K, like guaranteed rejection. And like you're in hot water straight away. Saying that someone banked 30K and this is a story about how to How they did that? That's, you're telling a story. It's not a promise, but you're not promising anyone anything. So like I don't know, like if that, like I would test it, and if it would get rejected, nerf it down and get it accepted, and only then remove it. Never remove something in a rejected state, because it's staying there in your account. And test, like the number one thing is test. Like test audiences, test your creatives. Like I use something like you have automated rules in Facebook, so you can configure it in a way that like for me testing is like I don't like super scientific testing. Like I want to get early indicators, and for that it's like 500 reach for each out of those, because that's there isn't enough sample in that in like 500 reach to actually for it to be significant, mainly at cost per click and CTR link click. Right, so because those are actually representative already. Like they will change when you scale, they will go way down, but you will get already information on which ads are worth putting into production mode. So it's very like testing. Testing is the name of the game. You have to test.
Yeah, perfect. And like I said, we have to test everything, so it's really, really good. So kind of jumping into that. So one of the things I want you guys to do is basically I want you guys to go in and basically open up a business.facebook.com. So if everyone here can go to business.facebook.com, I believe it will, I think, does it auto set you an account up, Alex, or you just have to go through that kind of stuff, right? Like you just have to go through that process. So as you go there,
ad account for your private, like for your personal thing, and you can also go businessman. Like you can create a business and then have ad accounts under it.
And that's the way I would do it. That's the way I would do it, just because you want to create multiple pages. So you know what I mean. Like the way that I do it is I basically, way I used to do it is I used to create basically a business manager account for each of my ones, and then I would create an ad account underneath that for my page. So a couple of things that you'll need to do here to get these ads live is, one, you have to build a Facebook page around your brand. So for you Horace, you would maybe use this domain. For you, Shani, you would use your software saver into which I like. You can build pages, right? You don't have to post on those regularly. You don't have to be on top of all that stuff. Your ads are just going to run off it, right? And then you would basically build a page, and then you have an ads manager underneath that. All right. So that's kind of how I would do it. I would try to keep it off. Your personal Facebook page, just to keep it kind of separate, and then you can run that stuff. But yeah, let me know in the chat box, like one or two, how many of you guys are already set up and potentially could run ads tomorrow because you have an account and all that stuff. Right, I'm just going to pause my share screen for a second, just because some people sent this great. Yeah, so you can run ads off this, and then Shani, this is it. This is perfect too. Great. I know you've posted some stuff already, so I love it. Really good work, guys. I'm super, super impressed how many of you are like taking action and following steps here. I'm super pumped. That's like half the battle. And also for people who maybe not there or haven't done it yet, work at your own pace. This is what I try to tell everyone more than anything mentally, is the thing that sucks joy out of your life is if you start comparing yourself to other people. Like, that's really it. Like I tell you, I'm super fortunate to be around super successful people, and most of them are just had some luck. Some things dropped. I mean, I know 26-year-old billionaires that inherited 800 million and just made 200 million off 800 million. Now they're billionaires, So, and then also, I know people who so you can't compare yourself. Do you mean? so that's kind of the big one from there. So Camila said, Camilla, that's exactly why we're here. Like, I was the same way. So just, like, and Alex can tell you, he's on the call right now and he can voice this. I don't touch anything Facebook. I don't know anything. Like, I literally, about 5 years ago, got banned from running Facebook ads because what Alex told you told me the first thing to do is understand. I didn't fully do that. I run some ads that were okay. Then they updated policies and I continued to run those ads, and then I got banned from Facebook. And it was just an accident, right? Like, same thing. I just got frustrated. I had to clean up my own mess. I didn't know how to do it, all that stuff. And I moved away from it. I went to Google Ads and then I educated myself there. But I learned the mistakes I made at Facebook. I made this mistake. I just made sure I didn't do them on Google. So I got fortunate that way. And that's why I wanted to make this group and this stuff long term, was that we're going to be here to support you through the technical side, the creative side, the mental side. I want to hold you guys accountable for this, because I think that's what most people need, is accountability, but also the ability to ask someone a 10-minute question and get the answer quickly instead of spending 3-4 hours trying to figure it out or YouTube it or Google it from there, right? Does that make sense? So one of the first things that we're going to do is basically, I want you guys to set up your Facebook ads accounts, right? I want you then to just add the pixel stuff to the pages, right? Like, I want to basically, make sure that that's all set up. Now, and then we're going to go from there. So a couple of things here now. I want to kind of kick it over to you guys here and ask some questions. I know this session was kind of a bit of a recap. Wanted to review stuff because we've done a lot of the heavy lifting here. A lot of it now is just going through the motions, setting up your Facebook account, setting up your first ad, using the ad creators that we've created in the pages, and then just having us as a feedback loop, right? So I kind of want to just kick it over to you guys, all the members here. There's plenty of people here that's in here. We got Abdul is still here, Al is here, Betson's still here, Beverly, Camilla, Elena, Flavio, Gary, Horace, Joel, Michael, Stephen and his wife are still here, Rusty's here. I want you guys to ask some questions. I won't say your name. I normally spend $100 and then before I start on another one. Do you mean? So, and Shani, this is a good question. So, and I just said your name, so I apologize. I said I wasn't going to do that. So someone just asked, should I wait to get results from this? So the one thing is you should wait to get data. There's going to be things that you set up where you don't get results from. Does that make sense? So, as I'm just going to turn my camera off so you guys can kind of see me, because this is kind of important, kind of. So there's going to be stuff, from that side of stuff. So, Alex kind of touched on it. You want to look at good cost per click, right? We talked about the numbers. You see those in the doc. You want to talk about click-through rates on the ad. So, that's kind of stuff. So like, Horace, you're seeing a 40% conversion rate. So there's opportunity in this landing page. You just have to try a traffic source that's going to give you a little bit more data that you can spend a little bit on, or time, or free, whatever you're going to try to do to see if it holds there. So what I would do with yourself is, if you get to 20 or 30 leads and you haven't made a sale, that's when I would start looking at, okay, do I have the right ads? Is everything congruent? That's where a deeper discussion comes in, and that's where we'll educate you and upskill you on that stuff. Do you mean? So yeah, for now you want to concentrate on like getting the clicks in and making sure that you're getting the leads, and that is still trending at 40% from there. Do you mean? And that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the focus that I want to see. So a couple of things here that I kind of want to touch on. Okay, keep more things. Someone just shared their page. Am I good to open this page up for the team? Like, I can say your name or not. It's easy if you want me to go over it and review it here live, so you have some input. Yeah, pivot. Awesome. Thanks. I'm going to share screen again. Kind of go over this. All right. Let me know when you can see my screen. All right, cool. Okay, this is cool. Good start. Obviously, we're taking off. A lot of people are like left aligning stuff. So what I would tend to do here is, especially on the headline, if I can get back here to my page. One of the things I want to do is, how I center this. So you see how everything falls underneath each other. This is the left align. So what I would do is I would focus on the spacing here. There's a lot of wasted space up here in between the lines. You want to move the page up. Make this picture bigger, just clear up the space, and then try and make sure that this is above the fold. So I don't have to scroll down. Does that make sense? And I see you using get response, which I like. So what I would do is I would just basically grab a template that maybe has all that configuration in, and see where that ends up. Does that make sense? The emails should be in the doc. So the emails are in the document here at the bottom. Let me know if you can access it. I think I let it know on this. I actually did the emails follow up for Postmate. I actually need to drop the emails for Instagram users. So that's on my to-do list that I'll do today. I'll get those emails to you guys. Sorry, I put the wrong ones in here, so I should be able to figure that out. Let me just see. Perfect. But yeah, that should be good. And like I said, like if you technically need some help on putting those in, that'll be an autoresponder. So when the leads get posted into your system, those should automatically go set out. So it's called autoresponder or automation normally inside those things, or whatever one you're using. Find that section and just follow the instructions on that from there. So Lucille, good with that on the landing page. Clean that up and shoot it over, and I will help you with that. This is number 5. This is actually call 5 of all the sessions from you on that set of stuff. Any other questions coming in here? I want to make sure everything gets answered. A lot of times when I track stuff, I'll make basically a sheet, right? So I'm going to kind of share with you a sheet that I make. So let's go here, and I go to let me go to this one here, right? So let me just switch to this card. Let me know when you guys can see. I'm going to just move this over here real quick. Let me know when you guys can see a tracking sheet here. Can you guys see a spreadsheet here? I'll try and blow it up a little bit. Let me know. Yeah, Michael, the link, it's always the same Google Doc every week. Just, you know what I mean? Yeah, Nirma, it's the same doc. So the same doc, I just keep going down the doc. I know, Gary, you'll use the same domain every time, just a brand off that domain. So this is kind of what I do here, guys. So these are the titles that I go across. Impressions, I put spend, clicks. These are the campaigns names. This is me spending on a certain platform. So this might just be my Facebook ads spend. I put clicks, CPC, click through rate, leads, cost per lead, total lead, how many sales, how much the sales are costing me, how per, and that's just 11 divided by this. Now, this is for a completely different business. They sell $12,000 packages. So those leads are more expensive, and the CPA is obviously more expensive. If you sell something for $12,000 and you pay $2.5, you're making money, right? So that's why like these numbers are different. I just didn't want to confuse you guys. So I spent $71,000, and I think we made so we made 132,000. I think that's what it works out as, right? 11 times. No, it's actually more. Yeah, 132. So we spent 71. We made whatever, like we're doubling our money basically. But that's kind of what I do on the tracking stuff. So basically, you would get this data here from Facebook, the ads account. The lead data will come from wherever your leads get stored, right? And then the sales will actually come from your JVZoo dashboard, right? So you'll see sales come in, and you can build your own little tracking sheet this way. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? I know that's like something that we didn't really touch on, but I kind of wanted to show that. And then as we wrap up the question, I do have a couple of questions, or I have a couple of favors to ask the group only if that's okay. But just let me know if there's any more questions. I want to make sure those get answered before I zoom in. Yeah, here we go. Let me just make sure you have this document, my friend. I'm just going to reply to you in the chat. Here you go. Let me know if you have that, Nimra. Make sure. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Just let me know. Yeah, and then Alex just messaged me here to remind you guys, say, when I track, I do monthly sheets. I dedicate this stuff to monthly, right? So I really focus on that stuff. So that's the key focus there. All right, any more questions? Let me know in the chat box if you got more questions. I know this session was like a jump around session a little bit, but I just wanted to copy it. 14. Okay, let me know. Perfect. Easy. Okay, any more questions coming in? Do have some. I'll put some recommendations in here. I actually have a friend of mine has a really good platform for beginners. So I'm gonna try and get him to do a deal for you guys, and see how we do it. Nicole just asked a good question. So this is what I use. Privacy policy generator, right? And then I just click website. So I'm going to put this in the document. Week 4, I'm just going to do this like week 5. Week 5, privacy policy and terms generator. Boom. And then week 5, getting your ads account up. Get Facebook ads account. Set up pixels, set up first ads. And I'm going to get into deeper here. Easy. Okay. Any more questions as we go here? And then I've got a couple of requests for you guys, if that's okay. Let me know if there's any more questions, because I want to make sure everyone's stuff get answered. Inside of here. Let me know. Okay, I think we're good. Best autoresponder. I use Aweber. Active Campaign is really good. Aweber I like to use because it has a really good free level up until like 500 subscribers, and it has all the functionality you need for this type of business. Active Campaign I like as you grow. So when you get past like 20,000 subscribers, there's good segmentation, and it's easy to move after like 20. That's it. So, but if you're just starting out and you have, I would go to Aweber and get the free trial. I should probably give you guys my affiliate link, but just go grab it. It should be fine on that set of stuff. So, yeah, more questions. Yeah, GetResponse is great too. Yeah, GetResponse is really great too. We recommend it at JVZoo. Like, we like it too. I think that free plan is solid. It's not as good as GetResponse as Aweber. It's only like 100 contacts. But they're both just as good. The only reason I say Aweber is because I use it in my other business. But GetResponse is one that we normally use at JVZoo. Yeah, so we can help you with the health stuff, Nirma. Like I'm gonna point you in the direction there for sure on that set of stuff. So, yep, easy peasy on that. So I'm excited to get that going. I'm trying to check something here real quick. All right, pivot. Anyone else got any questions that you want to kind of let me tackle on? Let me know there. Let me know. Let me know. All right, pivot. Cool. So there's a couple of things I want to ask. Put one in the chat box if you think, even if you've only attended 1 session or 2 sessions, let me know if it's been really, really valuable for you, if it's been clear, if it's helped you. I think that's like a big thing for me out of the gate, just making sure that you guys like actually getting value from it. I know some of these sessions are jumpy around, but I think a lot of time people just want to come on and teach and teach and teach, when really we just need to stop and see what roadblocks you're at. So I like to do the question stuff and help you overcome that roadblock, like as it happens. So obviously we wanted to do these sessions, and we're kind of on week 5 is only meant to do 4. We got to week 5. So like I kind of want to continue these sessions. long term. I actually want to actually make these sessions better, but I actually want to be able to support you guys day to day. I actually want to be able to build a community, like where you have like a Slack or a WhatsApp or a iMessage to everyone in the group, right? Like you know how Facebook groups used to be. I want to be able to, because I understand, like Gary. Hopefully you're still here, Gary. I'm sorry to call you out, but you sent a nice message at the start of this session that you were going to work on it this weekend. Obviously, we don't have a call till night. Like, we wouldn't have a call till next Wednesday if we continue to do these sessions. So I want to be able to provide you with a level of support, like whilst you're able to do this, like after the kids go to bed or on the weekend or after your job, right? So I kind of sat with the team this week and I said, guys, I genuinely believe from my heart that we're helping people here and we're being transparent and we're not selling you on a pipe dream of spend $100, make $1,000. Like I really want to give you the core business principles, but also give you the support when you have questions or you're questioning yourself or you're not believing in yourself. I want to give you not just the right information or the right skill sets. I actually want to give you the mental clarity, which I think a lot of you need. I think we talked about this in a call where I think a lot of you you just have this fear of pulling the trigger and getting it done, right? Because I generally believe all of you are smart enough to make it happen. You just don't believe in yourself enough. And I think we talked about that a little bit. And I think a lot of people kind of resonated with that. So for us to be able to have people, myself, be in the group, but also have experts in the group, this is the part that was a big struggle for me, was that we want to make sure that we can give you everything that you need as quickly as you need it, but even more in-depth support. So I have a package that I built out that gives you guys the following, right? So I'm going to do it here. I'm going to kind of type it in as we go along, right? Here's the deal. Weekly calls every week, right? So this is weekly calls every week, right? So we'll do weekly calls every week. That's hilarious. Weekly calls, right? Community group. And this is an option, right? So there's a couple of things. We can do WhatsApp. We can do Slack, which I like more because it's an app on the computer and the phone, share files, pin messages, all that stuff. Or we can do school group, or we can do our own little thing. Do you mean? Or we can find something else that fits. If anyone has suggestions, I think Slack is great. I know a lot of people are already hitting Slack. I think Slack's going to be a best one for us. But I want people who might have not ever used Slack, I don't want you to be scared of it, right? So the community group, right? Then there'll be experts in the group. I will be paying for those people to be in the group, right? Plus expert calls, right? So we'll have separate calls, one a month, where we'll bring an expert on. So for example, we'll maybe have a copywriter, or we'll have a Google Ads expert, or we'll have a Facebook Ads expert, or we'll bring Ty Lopez on, or we will bring Russell Brunson on. I'm going to be with him, and this weekend I'm going to be with Ben, and I'm going to be with Dan Fletcher. So some of these guys that I know, I'll bring them on, right? So expert calls. Then we'll have members area for all recordings, right? And then you'll get 2 times tickets for my in-person events, right? So we have an event every year. I think we charge somewhere between $700 to $2,000, and you'll get 2 VIP tickets, right? So the VIP tickets are basically, you'll get lunch every day, lunch daily, and then just really good seating. You get to meet the speakers and all that kind of stuff at our event. all in that, right? So that's kind of it on that sort of stuff. But these will continue. I think the group is the key. That's where the money is for me. Like, that's the group. Like, hey, like Gary talked about, hey, I'm going to do this weekend. I got stuck setting Facebook ads up. What do I ask, right? Like, I don't want to wait for the next call. Who do I ask? Like, how support do I get? So this is the thing. So you'll get all this, but my biggest thing I told the team is I don't want to tie anyone into this, because I actually have a roadmap for you to outgrow this group, right? I generally believe that people will outgrow this group because of the level of success that it will take. Now, some people will outgrow this group in 3 months. Some people will take 9 months. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is that so many people. So I didn't want to lock anyone in. So what I did is I told the team this has to be a monthly thing. This has to be able to be canceled, and it has to be super inexpensive, and this has to be like a no-brainer. But it literally has to cover costs. So, like, for example, like a Slack or a school community, that costs us on a monthly basis. So Slack actually is like, I think Slack is like $12 a person or something. Plus it gets more expensive as the features we want to add in, right? So like, we had to make sure we covered. So what I want to do is I want to give you all this, and obviously calls, you have to pay for GoToWebinar, all that stuff. There's a cost to it. So I said to them, like, put all the costs down, let me know the number, and then let me make sure that we can make anything. Like, yeah, school is like $500 a month. It's like insane. So this for you guys is going to be $97 per month, right? I'm going to send a bunch of everyone that basically joins this. I'm going to send you this t-shirt, right? So you're going to get this t-shirt, right? And then when you make your first sale on JVZoo, or first sale out of the group, I'm going to send you like a plaque, right? My team think I'm nuts, because they're like, dude, that plaque's like $100 a piece. And I'm like, dude, we're going to get everyone sales. So like, I'm like, let's deal with it, right? So we already got that set up. So if you want to make sure that you have this on a monthly basis, you can click this link. I'll drop it in the chat too, right? And you auto get added to all the sessions for the next 2 months, and we'll continue to add you in. Then I want you to decide if you're in here. I want you to drop in if you would like a Slack community or a school or WhatsApp. I say Slack. The main reason is, if you look at my phone right now, Slack is like 30 unread. The only time I don't answer Slack is when I'm doing these webinars. That's it. Like, that's it. So only time I won't respond to you in a timely manner is 1, I'm sleeping, 2, I'm at an event, and 3, I'm on these webinars with you anyway, right? So anyone have any questions about this, like right now? So my biggest thing was I wanted to find a way to support you guys long term, right? So Camilla said, never use Slack. I'll teach you. Like, I'll personally jump on a call with you, get you downloaded, show you how easy it is. It costs you no money whatsoever. I'll completely take care of that with you, like, no stress. So let me break this all down. So you'll get these weekly calls again. So one thing I'm going to do with the weekly calls is, when we get everyone in the community, I'm going to find the best times to do them. So what I might do is I might have 2 sessions in a week. You're happy to join both, but I want to make sure everyone can get to 1. So, I'll keep this session time on this. Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be key. The second thing I want to make sure is that, if there's another time that works a little bit better, or like, hey, really, I work at 7 o'clock at night, I'm going to do a session then, all that good stuff. Then the community. This is kind of where the main value is, right? So I'm already going to put all my friends in there. Like, I'm going to make Alex go in there, take care of him. Ty's going to come in there. Our team's going to be in there. My designer's going to be in there. The copywriter's going to be in there, right? And then obviously everyone else that's going through the journey, you're peer-to-peer, right? So people who are already kind of on that journey, on the same thing. Like, someone like I know today Shani's going to figure out Facebook ads, and then she's going to drop her result, and then there'll be questions, and we're going to help each other out. Same thing with I've got then one Jersey. So we constantly do meetups, so a bunch on the West Coast in January. So we do all that kind of stuff. So those will be good ones on that set of stuff. Plus, I haven't finished yet, I know. Plus, each month we'll develop and get you auto approved on the top performing offer. Each month, right, we will build out, like we have here, a whole new funnel for you, landing page. So we'll share that with you, right, for you to copy, download, do whatever you want, and we'll make sure that you get auto approved so you can instantly start promoting that to build your list, right? So we'll do all the emails, all that stuff through there, and we'll grow that through. So like that's going to be the it. But I think is the number one thing that also we'll go, everyone who purchased, I'll send you an email today, and I'll get you set up inside of that. Any questions in the chat? So it's not like you're going to be joining a busy conversation. So we've got to work hard on making sure that the conversations flow, that the momentum's there, that we have good discussions, because you guys are the pioneers, right? And then we're going to come, and then as it grows, the thing will be a lot busy. So like anything new, you're getting in on the ground level, which means that you're in at the best time. Weekly calls, community group, experts in the group, expert calls, the members area for all recordings, the 2 tickets to the live event, invited to all the meetups, send emails out. Each month we'll develop and get you an auto approved on top performing product, right? T-shirt freebies on a regular basis. Do you mean?